I got my load assignment. We're headed all the way to California. Reasonably excited about that. A good amount of miles in between here in California. I don't really like California though. Do your research. I feel like all of the problems are self-imposed and they're just an insanely pretentious state. But they need their, I believe it's glass that I'm on. I did not pick up this load myself, so, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what it is quite yet. Kind of peeked under the tarps, got a little something going on over there. Whatever. Tried to make a Oregon video when I got my last load of Oregon. And that was a 4-part series. We're going to try and not do that this time. We're going to try and make it all in one video. It might not happen. No promises. And actually, fun fact, I was in Baltimore this past week. Was it this past week or this week? I don't know. It doesn't matter. The days blend together. I was over there at some point. So technically speaking, we're going coast to coast this little tour. It's kind of nice, you know? Full month gone, coast to coast, all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll give you all a little overview, give you a little look at what we're looking at now, and yeah, we're gonna keep this thing rolling down the road. Alright, so as you can see in the photo, I'm not exactly going straight across. It's basically the San Francisco curve. It's not exactly straight across. It could be a shorter trip, but for whatever reason, my routing is taking me the southern route, which is kind of nice. You don't got to deal with tire chains and you know, insanely massive mountains. Also, another fun fact: this is going to check off the rest of the states that I have not been to. So this is kind of a cool trip. After this trip, I'll be able to say that I've been to every dang state except for Hawaii and Alaska. I might have to double check that, but I believe that is the case.
Alright, so we got the load. Headed down the back roads here towards 94 eastbound. Gonna hang a Roger, get on 90 westbound. Of course, you catch the red light, you know. Get on the highway, hang a Roger, keep it moving, you know what it is. Alright, this is a little clip from 90 westbound connecting up with 35 southbound. Look at the lack of traffic out here. It's ridiculous. It's freaking great. I don't know if it's just because it's so late or what exactly the deal is. Hit up the loop-de-loop pull and you are on your way.
Alright, alright. The day is officially over. Oh, and what a day it was. 636 miles. Very nice, very nice. Luck, Wisconsin. Back to Marshfield. Stop trying to be funny now. All the way to Bethany, Missouri. That's what the logs say anyways. Just pretty much blew the doors off two states. 2 full states, I guess. And, stopped over at this Casey's because every large name truck stop was full. And these guys have showers, apparently. I don't know this yet, but we're going to see what's what. See if they got something quality in there. And then we're going to hit the sack, get up and do it again tomorrow, you know? Same old thing. Boom. All fresh and clean. Rain boxes aren't too bad at Casey's. Damn near got my ear talked off in there. Holy crap, though. It's always that one person, you know what I mean? It's always that one person. They just want to talk. But figured I'd give you another little tip before I hit the sack. Whenever I go inside of a truck stop or even at a terminal or whatever, I always leave my lights on inside. And obviously the idle control or whatever they call it, I can't remember. But I always leave that on just in case someone gets some ideas, if you know what I'm saying. They want to take a look at what you got in your truck. Just, you know, they don't know what's going on here. You might be running a team operation, whatever. They don't know, but yeah, that's my little tip before I hit the sack here. Guten Tag. It's 9 o'clock a.m. Time to get going. It's all pretty late last night, so it is what it is. Get the pre-trip done, brush your teeth, get a little coffee, we're gone.
So I wake up this lovely morning to wonderful rain. Of course, made a point of it to get my truck washed before I left the terminal in Marshfield, and there goes that idea. We were all shiny yesterday, not today. Oh well, what are you gonna do? A little worried about it being raining and so close to freezing, but didn't really affect anything too much. Actually got out of it pretty quick, as you can see here. Sort of on the back roads, hitting what you would call the windshield miles. I believe I've used that term before. Basically, you're just looking at the windshield, holding it between the lines. But you can see me tracking in and forth, and I haven't been drinking. No, that's just the wind. The wind's just pushing me around so bad, I swear I almost saw, 2-3 trucks roll over. But eventually made it down the road, got out of that. And now we come up to the fuel stop. Thought I had one in Kansas City, but it was fake, which it threw me off pretty good. Good way to start the morning. But I didn't realize how windy it really was until I got out of the truck and the door literally almost flew away. Oh, there I go again. Hi, how's it going? But yeah, got the fuel. Decided I need my 30-minute break anyways, so figured I'd screw with my tarps. Oh man, it is just too dang windy out here. Trying to figure out the right equation with these tarps, and they're missing a couple of rings and all this. I don't know. It's not going too well, but maybe we'll figure it out before we get to California. We got a couple of days left, right? So this section of Kansas threw me for a little bit of a loop, because we were in like prairie land, grassland type of situation, and then all of a sudden it turns real deserty. Like you can see on the side of the road here that there's like tumbleweed and stuff, and it's flying in front of the truck and all this, and I'm like, what happened? Like I looked up and I was like, what happened to the grassland that we're in? It was so strange. But yeah, then proceeded to run through these small little towns. Looked pretty dang cool. Hit the 65-mile-an-hour straightaways and make a time lapse that didn't work properly. What are you gonna do though, you know what I mean? Alright, so the day is over. Got 691 miles, and I'm not saying that it was all legal. Let's just say that the parking situation out west is a little different than what I'm used to. Being out east and all that. Usually there's something to grab, but not so much. But kind of had to take a junkie spot. Surely gonna get yelled at in the morning. Surely it's gonna happen. But it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Nice easy day, but parking not so much. What are you gonna do? Tomorrow is reset day, so I'll be down for the full 24 hours there, and I'm not gonna bore you all to death with time lapse me rolling around in the bunk. So I guess I'll just catch you on Monday. How about that? All right, it's a deal. Finally, the reset is over. Back to work. I know it seems like it takes forever, and I didn't really realize exactly where I was until I woke up, because I had gotten there later at night, so I didn't really see my surroundings all that well. But yeah, we're deep in the Southwest now, boy. And of course, it's more rain coming into Albuquerque. Seems like I can't get away from this stuff. And if you remember, I had what I thought was a fuel stop. Where was that? Kansas City? Something like that? I don't even know. But yeah, it turns out that I had another one of those in Albuquerque, where it was just my routing that had me going around that way. So time lapse coming up here. Basically got to take the scenic route through Albuquerque here, which was alright. Wasted a little bit of time, but you know, it is what it is. I made a mistake. It's my fault, you know? Didn't double check. That's what happens. Well, that was weird. Albuquerque felt a little too familiar. I don't know about the rest of you, but I still am, massive fan of Breaking Bad. Love the show. I think I made like 2 or 3 trips through Breaking Bad just because I liked it so much. Might make another trip through eventually. Who knows? You know? I mean, it's still on Netflix, right? But it made me realize a strange thing, because I was just going through there and I was like, man, I feel like I've lived here before. And it made me realize that being a Class A CDL holder, I could basically get a job anywhere in the country like that. It's that easy. I never had that realization before, but you know, maybe if you got like a semi-regional job or whatever, you know, what have you, it doesn't matter. You know, you could actually travel, experience, you know, any type of city that you really want to, and make a reasonably good living while you do it. I don't know how I'd never had that realization, but Albuquerque made it happen. Alright, just handled my 30-minute break out here in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. Cleaned off the windows and mirrors, which to me is wonderful. I don't even know if you can notice it on camera, but it's just little stuff like that that makes me a little bit more happy. I don't know what the deal is. A little bit of pride in your ride. Doesn't really matter what you're driving. It matters, you know, clean is cool. That's how I see it. I don't know. And now we are into the grand old state of Arizona. And normally this is something that you would call windshield miles right here, just looking at the windshield. But I don't know what it is with Arizona, but it always has something to look at on the side of the road. It always seems like there's some weird house or some, you know, junkyard, whatever, something that catches your eye. It's really strange.
Well, that was fairly anticlimactic. Thought we were gonna go right into the mountains there, but kept shying away. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. But Flagstaff seems similar to Denver in that they basically are the big giant city before you get over a set of mountains. The way that I always say it is that that's where all the lazy people stopped. Where they head west, they looked at the mountains and they looked at the spot that they were standing and they were like, I think we're gonna stay here. They didn't go any further. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what I like to think in my simple brain.
So now we're getting up into the real deal mountains here, and it's just days like this that make you really appreciate how cool of a dang job you got. it's crunch time. 550 miles left to go. Got going at like 4 local time. So in theory, we should be able to make it there before they closed. Fingers crossed. Alright, sun's coming up over a brand new state for me, and I had always heard legend of the statewide 55-mile-an-hour speed limit for semis in California, and it's true. I thought that it was going to annoy me a whole lot more than it did, but just kept it at 60. No need to push your luck, but wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And this part right here, I don't know if the Grand Theft Auto designers designed the game around this area right here, but it looked eerily similar to a piece of the game. Yeah, get pulled into the scale. Of course, they don't see many of us over here, so they want to check us out, take a little look at what we're doing, all that good stuff. Alright, so we're cruising down Interstate 5 here. 30-minute break is coming up, so had to find a spot for that. And I figured it would be a pretty good idea to call the customer and make sure that I could deliver early rather than show up and be looking for someone that's not there. So I did that while I was there too. Well, got in contact with the customer on my 30-minute break there, and their answer was no. They said park it for the day. They said show up at like 8 in the morning local time tomorrow. So it's a great thing that I was up at 4 in the morning local time today. So today's just going to be real light day, nothing crazy. Cruise up towards San Francisco a little further, get a little closer. Still got like 200 miles until the actual destination, so burn a couple more miles, shut it down, take a little nap, see what's what tomorrow, all that good stuff. Alright, here we go. Morning of day 5. About 6 o'clock local time, and it is officially time to get this stuff off of the trailer, and I am very happy about that. It has been making me nervous for 2,500 miles. Just a nerve-wracking thing to be pulling glass halfway across the country. So I didn't really know if, how well they packaged this stuff, so I wasn't sure if I was going to show up with shattered glass or, what have you. Kind of a nerve-wracking morning, to be honest. Alright, here we go. Delivery point. And, I'm not here to lie to you people. You know this. Didn't exactly plan for the kind of traffic that San Francisco had, so I was about an hour late, but you can kind of do things like that in Flatbed. Thank goodness. But this is just, a job site. Told me to park over here, give them a call, did that, and swung it around the corner to get into the job site here, which is a pretty tight fit.
Alright, so looks like they're going on lunch. So here we sit for 45 minutes, they said. I'm starting to get the feeling that, actually I should probably keep this on. Starting to get the feeling that these guys are union, and that is an issue, getting unloaded by union guys. Me and my trainer sat for 8 hours to get a trailer unloaded in Portland with union dudes, so hopefully it doesn't end up like that. I guess we'll see. Alright, so lunch wasn't too bad. They're just picking off one of the last pieces here.
And this is one of the reasons that I love delivering to job sites, is just seeing, how they're doing stuff, how they're putting things together. All that stuff is really cool. And yeah, we are empty. We are out of here. And this has been an interesting video. Very fancy by my standards. Voiceovers, music behind it, all that good stuff. So yeah, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.